see how many battles when you win. Atewa for yourself. 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 Atewa Rita. Atewa for yourself. Atewa for yourself. Hey. Today, just a short skit I want to give to you guys. I just have to say atewa for yourself because it's like a code I cracked again. We cracked another code, coco. We cracked another code, coco. We cracked another. So, forgive my funky style, but I'm just feeling myself. But this atewa for yourself, the reason for this atewa for yourself is that this short skit I was grateful. You know, it's good to get things codes. So, the title of this code is actually, it's a secret. What is this? Please listen attentively. For those youths who are working on their way to make money or how to collect the money. So I was talking to a youth. I went to the market. I was talking to a particular youth. He's a boy. I said his name was Focus. I met him in the market and he was just talking to me. And we started conversation. That was 2 days ago. And we started talking. And he was talking about focusing and money. I don't know, something led to us discussing. He got to one aspect. We just started talking about money and so. So I was giving him, as a mentor that I am, I was talking to him about money. And I said to him that, look at me now as I'm mentoring, as he's asking me questions. Who does he think, like after I've given him the answers to the questions he needs, and I go back, where does he think I will go back to, like replenish myself, like to fall back? Where will I fall back on? Because he has come to me, I've given to him. So what about me? How do you think I will continue? So I asked him, he didn't get the question, he didn't get the answer. And I said, bros, because you know Rita, I act normal. I said, you have come to me and I've given you something now. I've given you something. You like my advice. You said you love my advice. My advice has helped you to take you somewhere, right? So I said, when I am with, because I am trying to crack a code for him so that when I am not available, are you getting it? He will be able to go to that source. He will be able to crack the code. He will be able to do it by himself when I'm not available. Are you getting it? It's just that because it's not every time I'm going to be available. So when I'm not around, there should be he should know what he can do. He can say, okay, this is what Rita will do. Let me do it too. Are you getting it? So I asked him again. I said, so now that I've given you this source, now I've given you everything. When I go back and I'm weak, how do you think I will draw strength again? I asked him. I asked him, I said, where do you think I'll get the strength? I acted like a normal person, normal flenzy girl. I was just talking. How do you think? He said he liked the way I gave him that. He loved my advice. That, what kind of like, I'm different. Why am I different? I just see and I still talk with mentorship. You know, they talk this kind of sense, you know, all these, you know, talking and he's feeling it inside. And like, this girl, what? There's something about you. Most of them always say so. I said, it's okay, it's okay. So what is my source? Now, let me ask you. Will I go back home? Still, the guy did not get it. The man did not get the code. I asked him, I said, okay, let me ask you a question. And so I just used style because I don't go straight. And I said, look at now, let me say, like, look at Christ now, Jesus now. He said that Jesus had disciples, right? He said, yes. And I said, they said that Jesus, whenever Jesus was with his disciples, are you getting it? That he would heal the sick, he would heal the blind, he would do some. There were times that the disciples were not able to do some of the miracles he could do. They would wait for Jesus to come down. He said, yeah. I said, but you will notice that they said that every time Jesus was with his disciples, that there will come a time, maybe in the evening, 6 o'clock, he will draw away from his disciples and tell them that he's coming. Then he will go somewhere private and stay till the morning, the next morning, before he will come back and meet his disciples and say, let us go again. They said he did it several times. He said, yes. I said, so what is the secret of Jesus? So I asked him, what is my secret? He's sitting there. I said, the secret is privacy. It took privacy with God. Are you getting it? That is the code I cracked. It took privacy with God. And now, don't laugh at this. This is a serious case. To make your money too, you need privacy too. Whatever you want to achieve on earth, you need privacy with God. That when you come out, people will say, but even at the same way they do. Now we say they do, but why is it that your own con different, Pastor? Your own con too much? Are you getting it? I'm telling you, for those people that will say, Rita own too much. What should they do? They'll be saying, those jealousy. I don't have time to talk. Even the disciples came to meet Jesus and said, we could not heal him. That there was a time a man said, talk to Jesus. And what did Jesus say? Jesus said, oh, faithless generation, how long must I be with you? Not be everything Rita go open his mouth, tell when I say, do like this. Watch the lifestyle. You know, he now got to a point that the disciples followed Jesus and said, Father Jesus, teach us how to pray. They started catching the code that this man does this miracle, that we said they do this as we they follow, we they do this, but we can't do all the powerful things he's doing. Are you guys seeing it? But that this man will separate himself and go somewhere privately and stay like 6 hours communing with God. That is what the occultic men have. No, not the era. If you study this, because when you are doing things, because me, I'm not those Christians that I just want to just go and be on the altar like that. I need to know what is going on in the world and compare it. And I say, oh, do you know Jesus was an occultic man? Yes. Don't worry, I'll go gist to now later. Are you getting my point? That was another quote for another, but I'm gisting you guys. He went privately to commune with the Father for like 6 hours before you see him in the next. So the disciples noticed and they said, okay, that is why he can do these things that we cannot do. They were doing miracles, but there were some that they cannot do. So they came to him and said, teach us. And he taught them. But he still used wisdom. He not give them all the details. He was telling them, follow me. Look, I use your sense to see what I'm doing. And you guys it. But some people just want you to owe her everything, tell them everything. And I just get tired sometimes and I'm like, God, will they ever crack the code? I guess it's a parable. You know that Jesus spoke to his disciples in parables. I'm supposed to talk to some of you guys in parables. You want me to tell you everything and explain everything, details to you. And I just get tired. I'm like, what? Will these people ever get it? Are we getting something? That's why I said the occultic men, they have it. Everything the occult do is just like Christ. They have privacy. There are some things they do in secret. They don't come outside and say it. And they can do it even at 3 hours. They go do it secretly before they come. If you want to call a occultic and your business, he not go tell you saying you're occultic man. But you get privacy. Privacy is what I'm talking about. You should have privacy. Are you getting something? Have privacy whatever you're doing. Be it in your money making, be it in your worship with God, whatever you have privacy, you have to fall back. And he knows that after he does that, he can do anything. If he comes, whatever he does prospers. He brought gold out of the mouth of the fish. He did so many wonders. Are you getting it? And doing that so many wonders is not just in pastorship, even in business. Are you getting? As long as you commune with him and have privacy, be like an occultic man or a occultic man with God. Spend some good hours. Remember I told you that when I was growing up, I used to spend like 3 hours, wake up 3 a.m. Are you getting it? Spend good time. I will read. After reading, I will spend quality time. And it was like 3 hours. From 3 a.m., it is by 7, I will stop communing with the Maker. Then I'll go and do my daily duties till evening, 6 o'clock. I read my Bible, I do a simple prayer, and I sleep. I did that every day. And this was when I gave my life to Christ. I think I was 22 or 23 then. Are we getting something? So I'm teaching you a code now that we just cracked. I will not tell you all the details. Whether you want to do business and make it, you want to do everything you need to do. There is a secret that you must have. And I just gave you one. You want to become whatsoever you want to be. Are you getting me? That is why they can come and say, what's so important about her? You don't need to say it. You don't need to talk it. You don't need to write it on the earth. Are we getting something? My girls and my boys and my boys and my girls. Did you get it? Good. Wallet. Color. Love you guys. All right.